Imagine this. Tomorrow morning, you wake up and the entire world agrees on one thing. The meaning of life has finally been discovered. Scientists confirm it, philosophers agree, every news channel is talking about it. One sentence, the official answer. No more searching, no more wondering. Whoa, right? Does that sound amazing to you? Well, if it does or doesn't, let's think about this for a second. If the real meaning of life, if the meaning of life as a whole was already decided for you, what would be left for you to figure out? Because maybe the truth is something very different. Maybe the meaning of life isn't something you find. Maybe it's something you create. And that simple idea might completely change how you see your life. Before we go any further, ask yourself something honestly. If someone told you exactly what your life was supposed to mean or look like, would you actually want to follow it? At some point of life, everyone asks the same question. Why am I here? Sometimes it happens before big life transitions, like graduation, changing careers, turning quote-unquote a big number birthday. Other times it appears in very quiet moments, like driving home at night, looking at the ceiling before falling asleep, all these little things, like the gym even. You start wondering if there's some hidden purpose you are supposed to discover, something waiting for you out there. But what if you've been thinking about meaning the wrong way? Think about a blank notebook. Every page is empty. At first, that might feel intimidating, but it also means something important. Nothing is written yet. That reminds me of the Natasha Bedingfield song. And that means you get to write it. Many people treat life like a treasure hunt. They believe somewhere out there is their one true purpose, a single answer they're supposed to find. But life really doesn't work like that. It usually looks like you're building something. Let's take a house. You don't quote-unquote discover a house in the ground. You create it brick by brick. And the meaning works the same way. It grows from things you care about, the things you build, the people you love, the things that you do that just makes you the happiest person there is, the things that fulfill you. Once again, everything that's around us has been constructed. Same goes for the meaning of life, and same goes for you. You've been constructed throughout your whole life by all the things that you've done and like to do. So, here's a strange thought, for example. Two people can live completely different lives and both feel deeply fulfilled. One becomes a teacher and another becomes an explorer. Another raises a family, another spends their life creating art. Different paths, and each one can feel meaningful, which obviously suggests something very important, that there's no one correct meaning. There's billions out there. And this idea can feel incredibly freeing, but also a little bit intimidating. Because if meaning is something you create, that means no one else can do it for you. There is no universal script. But it also means that you're not trapped by somebody else's definition of success. You don't have to live the life people expect. You get to build the one that matters to you. Now, for example, think about someone who loves cooking. To them, preparing a meal for friends might feel completely what they're meant to be doing. But for somebody else, the same activity would feel either ordinary or annoying or frustrating. The difference isn't the action. The difference is the meaning the person gives to it. Meaning doesn't come, once again, from the activity itself. It comes from the value you attach to it. A lot of people assume that the meaningful life has to be huge, like you have to start a global movement and change the world, even become famous. But once again, most meaningful lives really don't look like that. They look like growing quietly. A teacher helping a student, a friend supporting someone through a difficult time, a person building something small that slowly helps others. Meaning rarely appears all at once. It grows from a consistent effort towards things that matter to you. Consistency is key. We've talked about this before. Think about all the people who impacted your life the most. chances are most of them aren't famous. Once again, they could have been from teachers when you were a kid, friends, family members, strangers you meet at the park or the grocery store. People who change your life in small but powerful ways. And that kind of meaning is available to anyone. Because here's something ironic. The harder people try to find meaning in life, the more frustrated they become. Because they treat meaning like a final destination. Like once they discover it, everything will suddenly make sense. But we know that meaning does not work that way. It's more like, I don't know, learning music, for example. You don't become a musician by staring at the piano. You become one by playing it consistently. Meaning works the same way. You discover the meaning of life by living life, by trying things, by failing at things, by caring about something and someone enough to keep on going. Most people who feel their life has meaning didn't figure it out in advance. They build it gradually, one decision at a time. If you really look at people who feel fulfilled, their meaning often comes from 3 simple resources. Number 1, creating. Building something that didn't exist before. A project, a business, a piece of art, a piece of heart as well, a piece of art. Humans are natural creators. We feel alive when we make things. Even something as simple as writing in a journal, planting a garden, or building a small project can create that feeling. Because creation turns time into something tangible. Second, connecting. Relationships give life depth. Family, friends, partners, even small moments with kindness with strangers. Life feels empty without connection. Think about your best memories. They're rarely about things. They're almost always about people or pets. Like the ones you hear in the background of the video. Number 3, contributing. Doing something that helps others, even in small ways. When people feel useful, life starts being more meaningful for them. Helping someone learn, making someone's day easier, solving problems that matter. Contribution gives your actions weight. So yeah, create, connect, contribute. Those 3 things alone can fill an entire lifetime with meaning. So maybe the meaning of life isn't hidden somewhere far away. It's not discovered in a book or philosophy lecture time and time again. It's much closer than that. Maybe meaning appears the moment you decide something in your life matters. From the people you care about or the animals you care about, the things you build, the problems you choose to solve, life gives you time. But meaning? That part is up to you. And when the meaning of life is to give life meaning, every day becomes an opportunity to write an underline in your story. So once again, the real question is, what meaning will you give to yours? Thank you very much for listening. Hug tighter, love stronger, always believe. Thank you for listening to me and my cats in the background and for listening in. And if this helped you in any other way, comment, like, subscribe, follow, share. I am deeply grateful that you're here. And let's keep creating and actually living the meaning of life together. Bye!